Hey, what's up everyone? This is Starscream 1988 and I'm going to bring you a toy review here of DC's Direct Brightest Day Series 3, and this is the full set of the 4, and I believe it's the last set of the whole Brightest Day. And yes, I have it backwards boxed here and if you saw my toy haul, I cut it the wrong way, but whatever. So let's go. With further ado, I'm gonna take out the first one. And the first character is, I already showed her. That's Dove. So there you go. That is Dove. She is very cool looking. Again, same standard buck as all the females have been with the Brightest Day. If you're a huge DC Classics fan and you don't buy these, I would understand, because with the DC Classics you get a lot of posability. These guys are strictly statues. Yes, you can play with them, but they honestly are like statues. Let me kind of get this a little closer so you can kind of see everybody's bio there. And obviously you can pause that, and I won't have to show you the other ones. Cool, enough time? Awesome. So just to show you already, we have shown you Green Arrow, Deadman, Aquaman, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, Firestorm, Mera, and regular Hawkman there. So those have already been out. They came out a few months ago. And yeah, this is it. This is the last hurrah for the Brightest Day line. So again, that was Dove. Put it to the side. Next we have, which I haven't showed you yet, and if somebody else has reviewed these and you've seen them, then you have Aqualad. I like Aqualad a lot. He's pretty cool looking. The only one thing I will say that kind of bothers me already, I don't mind the hair thing. I know some people already complain about the hair. I do like the new Aquaman for the Young Justice show. I think he's pretty badass. But if you see the picture here of Aqualad, he seems to have those two same gauntlet things or sword. I don't know what you want to call them, but in the Young Justice show he has those two weapons there, and obviously he can form water swords and whatever not. Obviously this character can do pretty much the same thing too. Unfortunately the toy doesn't have it, so it's a little frustrating. His arms are positioned like he could almost hold them, but sorry about the light there, guys. But yeah, there's no weapons included in there. I mean, obviously I haven't opened it yet, but I'm not blind. I can see that there's just no weapons in there. So I'm a little bummed out that you know, they shortchanged them. I mean, they gave Mera and Hawkman their trident staff, but he didn't get anything. So he does have a closed fist there, but that one's open. Actually, no, it is still closed. I don't know. I feel a little cheated. But anyway, that's that. Enough complaining, I guess. It's just a toy. Next we have my favorite out of this bunch, and that would be Jade. Now, per se, in terms of character, I don't think she's not like my favorite of all time. She's just my favorite of this line here. And to be totally honest, I really don't know that much about her. So other than she's pretty cool looking. And again, same standard buck for the female body. She's pretty nice looking. There's the back. Again, you already seen it. So that's Mera. And last but not least, we have Hawk. And this seems to be the favorite of the bunch for a lot of people. I think he looks cool. Again, the only issue I've had with these since the beginning, and it's even like with Martian Manhunter and Hawkman, for example, you know, these guys are big. But I guess it's interpretation. So whoever draws them, you know, whatever way, that's how you're gonna get them. In the Brightest Day line, he seemed to even be drawn a little bit bigger, but whatever, it is what it is. I am just, glad to have all of these. Even though I am moving, and for example with the G.I. Joe review I said I don't want to open them because I might get rid of them. These I'm actually going to open because these actually take a lot more space. So it's just, it would be easier just to, open them, put them in plastic baggies and put them in my tote, and boom, they're ready to go. So yes, I will be opening these, and I'll show you their standard hand positioning and all that good stuff. And I'm even going to do a whole the whole photo thing of all of them together. But anyway, enough of that. Let me get to it. Alright, cool guys. Okay, and we're back from that quick little cutscene there. And there they are. So there's your new you know, Series 3 set. Again, you got Aqualad, Jade, a very, very angry Hawk, and Miss Dove. And again, you know, they're very cool figures. You know, if you're a completist like I am with, you know, with certain things, then obviously it's something that you'll get, or you probably already got already. Not much, you know, not much to say about these figures. Starting with Aqualad here, standard wrist all the way around, shoulders. It's on a ball joint. Kind of stops right there though, but it does go all the way around. You got your elbow, full 360 on the head. He can look up and down, say no. His knee right there. No ankle, no waist, just the leg up and down. Kind of like an old Kenner toy. Hiya, karate kick. That's basically it. I mean, very, very standard. Again, more into the I guess you know, statue look. With the ladies, they both have wrist, as you can see, head just like Aqualad, the Exorcist there. The leg. She does actually have I guess, I don't know what you want, shin movement. So Aqualad actually didn't. And Hawk does have the shin movement too. So, but yeah, so I mean, on some of them they add them, some of them they don't. So there you go. Now I know I said before, even in the beginning, you know, standard buck. When I say standard buck, I'm talking about this buck right here in particular. If you look at the ladies sideways, they're exactly the same exact body. You know, the hands obviously change, which is pretty cool. Hers are fully open, hers aren't. I guess the same can't be said for Mara though. Mara, maybe because she's a queen, she's a little bit more majestic. As an example, she has a higher bosom, so she's a little bit different. But in terms of her rest of her body, seems to be almost the same. Her waist is probably a little bit thinner too, actually is, yeah. But yeah, so they're almost all standard buck. I believe even Hawk Girl has the same standard buck as these two ladies here, but obviously they added the whole kind of like the you know, the wing thing and to hold her up or whatever. So that's the only one they kind of change. One thing to note with Hawk, for example, yeah, these can move, but the way they engineered them, I mean, they just won't bend anymore after this. So be careful not to break them, and you know, I guess be careful how you store it if you have to put it away. But it is cool. I mean, it is semi-flexible, but it won't, you know, the way they did it, it's so I guess it could always hold up and have that look. It goes strictly up like that, and so it's a little bit rigid right here. So be careful not to break that. So he's gonna be a little bit tricky to store. I'll probably have to put him in a baggie by himself and then, you know, do it again. So he is really good looking. I can understand why he's a lot of people's favorite. It's the most popular out of this set here, actually. So from what I read, again, I like Jade a little bit more, and Dove is actually growing on me. Her colors are insane. I think they look pretty nice. So, and I like her small cape here. The way, you know, you can see kind of like the feathers and stuff. It's pretty nice. So cool. So let me show you one last group shot of all these guys here together, and that'll basically be it for this review. Okay, and here we have the last pan of what they will all look like together. Back up a little bit there. Look at that pretty face. So there they are. So there's the ensemble cast for Brightest Day action figures from DC Direct. You got your series 1, 2, and 3. And I'll do one last close-up of all of them together. You got your Aqualad, your Mera, Aquaman, Green Arrow. Up there we got Jade, very pretty Jade. Firestorm, the very angry Shiara. Same with her man there, Hawkman, Dove, Hawk, Martian Manhunter, Deadman, and Green Arrow. So that was it, folks. All three of them, all three sets, finally finished. I wish there was a fourth. I would have loved to have seen a Maxwell Lord. I don't think there's ever been a Maxwell Lord action figure, so that would have been very, very cool. But it is what it is. So again, guys, thanks for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If I deserve any thumbs up, please, you know, just click that button. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and if you get the chance to get these at your local comic book store, please do so. They're pretty cool, especially if you know, if like me, you like you know, making up displays of your favorite heroes or storylines or whatever. And Brightest Day was definitely one of them. All right, guys, take care. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.